Good evening, little dreamers. Are you ready for a story? Snuggle up close, take a slow, deep breath, and let your imagination drift away with me to a world where something magical happened one morning. It's a story about a very special day when the world woke up to a wonderful surprise. One bright morning, a curious little child named Leo peeked out of the window, just as he did every day. A friendly bluebird chirped a happy good morning from a nearby branch, and Leo's playful kitten Mia stretched her sleepy paws by the door. But today was different. Leo rubbed his eyes and looked again. The sun, which had always been a warm golden yellow, was now a beautiful gentle blue. The sky wasn't its usual morning gold. Instead, it was filled with a soft, peaceful sapphire light that painted everything in a new and wonderful color. Mia the kitten tilted her head, her whiskers twitching with curiosity as she looked at the strange, beautiful glow. The little bluebird fluffed his feathers, singing a song that sounded even sweeter in the quiet blue light. The whole world seemed to be holding its breath, wrapped in a blanket of calm. It was a morning unlike any other, a morning of quiet wonder. As Leo stepped outside, his bare feet cool on the grass, he saw that the whole world looked like a beautiful dream. The green leaves on the tall, strong trees now had a silvery blue sparkle, as if they were decorated with tiny diamonds. The garden flowers, which were usually bright red and sunny yellow, were now soft shades of violet and indigo, looking even more magical under the blue sun. Mia the kitten chased a butterfly that fluttered with shimmering, silvery wings. Even the dandelions looked like little blue stars scattered across the lawn. The air felt calm and quiet, and every little sound, from the buzzing of a bumblebee to the rustle of the leaves, seemed softer and more peaceful. Leo looked up at the big blue sun and smiled. It wasn't hot and bright like the yellow sun. It was gentle and soothing, making everything feel peaceful and safe. The world felt like a big cozy hug. Leo, Mia, and their little bluebird friend decided to go on an adventure to the nearby river. When they arrived, they gasped in amazement. The river, which was usually a sparkling clear blue, now shimmered with a deep, velvety sapphire glow. The gentle ripples on the water looked like flowing silk, catching the light and sending 1,000 twinkling reflections dancing along the riverbanks. The smooth, gray stones at the water's edge looked like polished jewels, glowing softly in the dreamlike light. The fish swimming beneath the surface seemed to be made of liquid moonlight, their scales flashing with a beautiful iridescence. Everything was so beautiful, so quiet, and so new. Leo sat by the river, watching the water flow, and Mia dipped a curious paw into the cool, shimmering surface. The world was the same, yet it was completely different, and it was more beautiful than they had ever imagined. As the day went on, Leo and all his friends, both big and small, learned a wonderful lesson. They realized that even when things change in a big, surprising way, there is always beauty to be found. The world under the blue sun was different, but it was just as lovely as the world under the yellow sun. It was a day of seeing things with new eyes and finding joy in the unexpected. The blue light showed them that beauty wasn't just in one color, but in all colors, and that every change brings its own special kind of magic. The world was still full of love, friendship, and wonder. It taught everyone that no matter what happens, you can always find something to smile about, something to be grateful for, and a new kind of beauty to admire. It was a day of peaceful discovery, a day they would always remember. As evening began to draw near, a soft, warm glow started to appear at the edge of the blue sun. Slowly, gently, the beautiful sapphire light began to mix with a familiar golden warmth. The blue sun was setting, and as it dipped lower in the sky, it transformed, painting the clouds in streaks of lavender, pink, and finally a deep, comforting gold. The trees lost their silvery sparkle and returned to their rich, familiar green. The river's shimmering sapphire turned back into a gentle, clear blue, reflecting the warm colors of the sunset. Leo, Mia, and the little bird watched as the last sliver of the blue sun disappeared, leaving a golden glow that spread across the land, bringing with it a feeling of warmth and peace. The world was back to how it had always been, but everyone felt cozier and more peaceful than before. The stars began to twinkle in the darkening sky, and it was time for all the little dreamers to go to sleep, knowing that the world is full of beauty, no matter what color the sun might be. Sleep well, my dear little one.